What is up, nerds? It is finally time for some modern age action on the VB Plays channel. That's right, you found the underground good civilization stuff. None of that classic main Van Bradley channel nonsense. We are here. We are still playing Lafayette. We are in the modern age. We're the French, which is awesome. We're gonna have a great time. We have a lot of good stuff going here as Lafayette still. We're getting a lot of culture and happiness in the distant lands. We will be using our unique endeavor for all of the policy slots, just like we have been in the past 2 ages. The French Empire, though, rocks. We got some really good unique buildings. I forgot to change my mementos again because I hate myself, so we're going to have to get better at that in these age transitions. But we're going to get some salons, get some jardins a la Francaise, and mix and match them a little bit to get the Avenue quarter, which is going to be awesome. We are then going to take our guard Imperial units and beat up Confucius, because remember, one of the reasons we didn't get our treasure fleets over was the age mechanic. All good. The other reason was that Kai Feng blocked our treasure fleets on these tiles here. So I think what we need to do is get an army together, go to Kai Feng and destroy it and liberate it as a retribution for the treasure fleeting that happened. The modern age has begun. I'm gonna get some planes and bomb Confucius. We did not gain any golden ages. It was painful. That happened to me yesterday in real world time, and I had a nightmare about it overnight, so that's not ideal. 10 production for settlements in the distant lands, though, still does kind of go pretty hard, so we're going to take that. 2 gold per turn per unique resource is not amazing, I don't think. I don't have the math on it, but I think I'd rather just have 2 economic attribute points, so we'll go there. For science, I'll gain the attribute point. Culture, I'll gain the cultural attribute point. And then for our wild card slot, I think I'll gain another scientific attribute point. I find science the hardest to come by, so if we can use attribute points to gain some science, that might be nice. +1 culture and settlements for each resource. What is the max there? Like 50? Like if we get a bazillion resources, it's like +50 culture is like a max. I think I'll go 10% in cities with at least 1 wonder. Gold purchasing in all settlements is incredibly good, so we're going to do that. I'm not going to have too many alliances, so we'll go 1 gold on resources in towns and 2 in distant lands. And then we go science towards researching tech masteries and 1 science on each quarter. Will be a good little boost for us to get going here. We're stacking up pretty good against the AI. We are dominating them culturally, and that's even before a lot of our culture stuff in this age comes online. And then Confucius is our biggest challenge scientifically, and it seems like we're just going to start taking them out pretty quick here. We get bonuses for distant land cities, so I do want to settle some of this. As we expected, a lot of these yields are pretty good. A lot of really good strategic resources here that are unique to the modern age. We got coal going on. Niter changes its ability to be ranged in siege units. So there's a lot of good stuff here. I think I'd rather the AI settle this, and then I'll just trade with them. But for now, I think we are going to focus on either settling or just killing some cities that either Machiavelli or Confucius have. We now have to choose where we want our cities and towns, and I see a lot of people, in their reviews of the age transition, feeling bad that their cities become towns again, and I totally get that, but I'm here to present an alternate point of view of why I actually like the reset. Firstly, it gives you a chance to choose new towns. Now, I'm not sure we're going to do that in this game. Our cities are pretty good as cities. I think we can just stick with what we had. But the ability to then go to a different city, depending on your civ, maybe you weren't a naval civ, but now you are a naval civ, so you want more coastal cities and less interior cities. So you kind of switch what's a town and what's a city. You have to understand, too, your old cities have a lot of yields that make them great at being towns, right? They have a lot of pop. They're working a lot of tiles. If you make your old cities towns, you're going to get a lot of those yields kind of sending to a new city. So I think there's a lot of wiggle room here. It's not simply that your cities are being taken away from you. Sometimes that's part of the strategy. What the game does to make up for that, though, is that you can just convert back for 200. We start the age with 2200 gold. I can convert all my cities back for a very low amount of gold. So it's not even that prohibitive to just keeping your cities the way they were anyway. We will be keeping Aksum for sure. I think we'll keep Pataliputra for sure. I'm unsure about Cordoba, to be honest, because I think I want to go more towards distant land cities, and I'm not sure how I want to approach this exactly. I think I'll keep Cordoba. After saying all that, I think I might go with a very similar... Yeah, we got to keep Chang'an for sure. So I think that's a good mix. It's just whether I want... Which one of these 3 do I want to be a city? I think I'm going to go with Toledo. I don't need Valencia to be a city for any particular reason. I think Toledo makes the better city right now. It's going to cost 1,000 gold to convert, but it means I can take Toledo or Valencia here and switch it to, I think we'll call it a food city right now. and just get that food. Yeah, 63 food moving to some of the other cities in the area. Both the grocer and the city park, the buildings you start out with in the modern age here, are both really, really good. I like to build grocers. I find food to be really powerful, so I like to go in and make sure that all of my cities get a really good grocer when I have the chance. Our whole strategy is going to revolve around merchants first. We need to be able to trade for more resources to gain combat strength, so we'll do that. And then I am 1 hundo P going for our unique buildings first. We're going to start with the unique happiness building, the salon here, and then we'll work towards the jardin. You can see in the resources screen, we have a few new things happening right now. We have some city resources and bonus resources. The effects of them might be different. You know, wine used to be an empire resource. Now it's a bonus resource, etc., etc. We have all these factory resources now. Just know that you can't use these until you unlock factories. So we'll just keep them all to the side. Having multiples is very, very good. We want to have multiples. So that's great that we have a lot of factory resources. But we'll kind of put them off to the side till we unlock factories. Some of these city resources give us bonuses once these cities have rail stations. We're not going to unlock rail stations for a little bit here, so we just don't have to worry about that. We'll just take the kind of neutered version of them for now. Yeah, you can see here a 20 food grocer is absolutely absurd. A 24 food grocer is even more absurd. That's so crazy. Oh my goodness. What do I want to build over here? Yeah, the hospital maybe. With all of my army commanders, I'm going to try and get set up in the Bilbao, Toledo area. We're going to get all of our Navy commanders and all of our boats kind of hovering too. I think we're just going to blitz Kaifeng at the earliest possible opportunity. Yeah, we have like way too many boats for him to deal with. I'm immediately going to go in for our reform, but it's really expensive. I got to wait till next turn. Oh my goodness. I just want those policy slots so when we're at war, we can get that combat strength. We're allowed to choose any of these. So as Lafayette of France here, mainly as France, we can choose the celebration effects of any standard government in the modern age. So regardless of what we pick here, it doesn't matter because we're going to be able to choose all of them during our celebrations anyway. However, just in case the game is bugged, 20% science or culture is incredible. Let's get that first reform action in with Catherine the Great. 10 turns away from a new policy slot feels really, really good. We're bringing in tons of gold. Let's go make sure all of our towns have a focus. The towns will default back to growing towns if you don't change them. So Chalkis is going back to a mining town for sure. Farming town for Olympia will be incredible. I'll do a factory town here. I'm not exactly sure how that works, and I've had a few questions about how factory towns work, so we'll do that in Sparta just to try it out. Another mining town here is going to give us an absolute ton of gold, which is incredible. We've got our first celebration, which is amazing. We can choose any of these effects. I'm going to choose 20% culture because, 30% relationship change from endeavors or sanctions. Let's try that out. I've never tried that one yet. And we've got a new policy card, which is awesome. Let's go combat strength in the distant lands. That'll be a bunch of extra combat strength for us, A, in the distant lands, but B, because of that tradition slot. So we're going to go in and we're just, it's Beijing now. Oh, is this the capital? They moved their capital here? Oh, he moved his capital here. That might be a mistake. Well, since we're getting that relationship change, I think I might want to denounce the military presence and see what he does. We're also going to come and clear some of these barb encampments. I would really, really love to become suzerain of more city-states, but we have other things to spend our influence on. All right, let's just denounce the presence and see what he does. Oh, he accepted it. Okay, so now we got to save up 165 to formally denounce him. No shot. Constructing a building grants culture equal to 25% of its cost. We are getting so many buildings right now. That's going to be insane. Holy smokes. I'm going to take the science then in this one because we're going to have no problem with culture. We'll go in and grab our unique buildings. Yep, that's perfect. I'm going to go military science just to unlock a few different unit options. I can circle back for these buildings later. I just want to rid ourselves of Confucius early on here just so that's out of the way. So we are going to denounce him. Perfect. And that'll be quicker on the relationship because of our celebration. We have a lot of gold, and I'm trying to play Civ 7 more with the idea that I'm spending my gold in my towns just to try it out. I used to save all this gold and buy buildings in cities, but the whole point is that the cities also can produce, right? So I want to try and build some of these like 18 food grocers in a town here, and then that'll send food to the cities, and the cities will become more powerful by proxy. So I'm trying to practice taking that extra step just to see if it's good or not. Ports are amazing for the resource slots early on, but until we get some merchants going, I think we'll go for the salon. There's no specific adjacency bonus in Jardin or for the Salon, so we can kind of put them anywhere as long as they can both go on the same tile. The dungeon and the temple are both overbuildable, so we'll just place it right here. That's totally fine. All right, we are already hostile with Confucius, and I just think there's no better time than to go in right away, so we're going to do that. Heaven is against you. I'm sorry, my man. This commander is going to defend Madrid because there's a lot of boats in the area. This one is just going to go ham in Beijing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is going to be an absolute romp. There we go. Look at that, everybody. All right, well, I got bad news. Our military commander, Navy commander, got killed from units. Oh, did both of them get killed? Both of our Navy commanders. No, this one's fine. This one's fine. Okay, not a great start to the war, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, this could have been a better start to the war. Old Van Bradley's being stupid again, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to figure it out. I mean, these units are all the defense units. Let's just maybe... Yeah, if they're going to be able to kill more than one, I kind of want them to attack individually, though. Just so we can get the extra damage of the third attack. Oh, they wouldn't... Okay, well, it would have been better than to just use our ability. Oh, that's lame. All right, that's okay. We'll go there, kill this guy. Perfect. Remember, these units are disposable, though. We're not attached to any of these units. All right, all right. This is okay. This is okay. There's nowhere for, like, a military unit to come down here, so these guys are just hanging out. I'm going to take my army commanders up to Lindsay or Yangtiang and start causing a ruckus, maybe. +2 culture on happiness, buildings, and wonders. Settlement limit. Commanders gain a new promotion is pretty good. Can we go commanders gain a new promotion? All right, a lot of units taking damage. A lot of units taking damage, but a lot of units surviving that damage. So, I mean, we got to look at the good news here. A lot of units surviving that damage. I'm going to be able to buy units a little more easily because of some of our resources. How much is a boat going to cost us? 945, so maybe not that easily, but we're working on it. Our Guard Imperials have a ranged attack, which I just think is fun. It's not as powerful, but it's just quite fun to be able to use a ranged attack with a melee unit. All right, sorry, turn 8. I don't really want to kill you. Like, I'd rather Suze you, but I'm just not going to have the diplomacy for it. And so we're just going to wipe you out for the culture. There's nothing like gaining culture by wiping out a whole, like, just independent people. Oh my god, this could be going better. This could be going better. I might have gone in a little too soon on the warring. Maybe could have calmed down a little bit. All right, the first shots are going in on Beijing. Does not have a lot of city strength, so we just got to heal enough units to take it really quickly. In that respect, I'm going to get this Guard Imperial in the water to just try and sneak in around the back. All right, district defenses have been destroyed. I did a little bit of sacrificing. This unit's going to die, but then we'll have 2 units next turn that can attack the city. This Guard Imperial can go in and kill it. I think we'll be okay. All right, so this is a little bit unfortunate for this field cannon because I think it's just going to, yeah, it's just going to die. And this commander's going to get promotions too. Oh, rip to our homies. Oh, Lindsay would be an amazing grab. Double gold would give us 2, like 40% on purchasing buildings. Yeah, we want what we want is Lindsay. Can I kill this? Oh, this is just a city district. I mean, yeah, let's kill it then. These are just old walls from the last age, I think. Yeah. Yeah, if we take Lindsay and Beijing, that would be a good amount for our settlement limit because it's about to go up as well. They're just giving me the city for free. They didn't even kill any of the units. Well, that was silly. I don't know why you would just give me your capital for free. All right, well, cool. We have taken Beijing. That's pretty sick. Easy peasy. The war got off to a bad start, but we got there in the end, everybody. We're going to keep the settlement. This is going to stay a town. Beijing is absolutely going to be a town. A fishing town for sure. And then Lindsay will be a city, I think. And Lindsay can be connected to Barcelona is how we'll do that. A commander experience would be amazing. Oh, when you defeated enemy unit, though, gain culture. I think we have enough culture. I think we're fine. We are trouncing the AI in culture and getting more by the minute. So I think it's okay. These might be the only 3 defensive districts in here. What a good early modern age blitz. We really figured out what we wanted to do and made it happen. This is a very satisfying strategic arc we're going on here. I'm going to go down the maneuver promotion tree. I do want one commander that can at least ferry a lot of units around really easily. I think in Lindsay, is there no more defensible, unless the Der Shuriken from the Antiquity Age is here. I think we might just be getting Lindsay for absolutely free here. We gotta kill the unit inside of it. So there's that part of it too, but those are the district defenses gone. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get Lindsay next turn. Wow. All right, cool. Oh, this commander has the second win promotion. Never mind, we can attack twice. Oh my god. Now those defenses are definitely gone. And we took it. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Commanders gain a new promotion. New commanders start with the promotion. And we got Lindsay. We're keeping that. Absolutely. We're going to take the penalty. We are keeping Lindsay. That's a lot of gold. Has that already been added? It looks like that's already been added. No, that hasn't been added yet. Oh, here it is. It is added. It's right here. Gold towards purchasing buildings. Sick. Okay. Oh, and we're going to get a free commendation on the fleet commander. That's amazing. I think we just do combat strength. I think we're at the point where just the flat combat strength is good. While we're here, let's just go and unlock the Eiffel Tower. Once all this gold comes online, though, we are absolutely going to start buying more buildings. Is there an easy settlement limit we can grab here? Because, yeah, does this give me... Let's go this mastery here and just get the settlement limit just so we don't have a huge happiness penalty, because we might as well take Ying Tiang while we're here as well. Now, I suppose the better question is, do we want to go kill one of Machiavelli's cities? I don't think we need to. It's also a good time to check 6% of the way and what the military conquest in. 1 point before we have an ideology, 2 points with an ideology. Yeah, so if we're going to be taking over all the cities, it might have made more sense to actually wait a little bit. So this disincentivizes you from the early rush, because you'll get more points if you come to your normal civic tree and get an ideology and political theory first. All right, all right. We've got another celebration. I'm just going to go combat strength for all units, and then plus even more combat strength for defeating enemy units. I think is just really funny. I'm going to bring our navy down towards Little Axe here and just show Machiavelli what's up. Like, once these are all healed... Oh, there's a field cannon here just doing a random amount of damage. Once these units are all healed, we will head down there to Little Axe to see if we can cause some problems. And we're just taking over every tile in like 1 or 2 hits here, even just with normal cavalry units. Now, he has a lot of units he's going to be able to kind of maneuver around here, but I do just kind of wonder if all of these units from Lindsay are going to come and cause any problems. Plus 13 culture for killing a unit here. That's so funny. Yo, our units can do like a ton of damage from the water. I feel like I knew that, but it's still like strange to see happen, you know? Well, Ying Tiang is going to be a problem next turn because we just got to kill a single unit to take that city. All right, that's going to be good. What it does mean, though, is we're not going to be able to take too many of Machiavelli's cities because, oh, we're -1 war score. That will not do. That will absolutely not do. We're not going to be able to take many of Machiavelli's cities because we'll be at the settlement limit. All right, my guy, you can't keep standing on my unique tile. It's just mean. I would absolutely love to trade with Rouen and just get all these resources, so let's go do that. Trading is going to be a huge part of our game, so we're going to make sure we are getting those trade routes. I'm using my diplomacy for war at the moment, so we won't be able to improve trade relations, but we'll get there eventually. All right, sorry, homies. We got to get rid of you. That's a little bit of production for us. I think this might be the last real turn of this war. I think we're going to take Ying Tian, and that's going to be it. And this war will be effectively over. It'll be a few turns. It'll be a few turns before we can formalize it. We're 1 back over the settlement limit, but I think this will be it. +1 science per age in towns. So it's 3 for every towns. +2, so 6 in distant lands. Yeah, we're going to do that. Absolutely. We are absolutely just stacking all this culture from the Silk in the capital. It's pretty fun. Uh-oh, Little Axe is going down. Raising it takes like 20 turns, though, so I'm not going to take it and raise it because they'll be 2 over the settlement limit for a little bit too long for my liking, I think. We are definitely going to go heavy into specialists in the modern age. We're going to have enough happiness from all of our, Lafayette happiness buildings and boosts and whatnot to make sure that that's okay. 5.5 culture per specialist as well is just very helpful. So we're going to be heavily teching into specialists as we go along here. This extra bit of gold should put us at 40% now. Gold towards purchasing buildings. So now coming into a place like Toledo and buying a Jardin is all of a sudden only 1,300 gold. What a good deal. All right, we are going to make peace with Confucius. The war is over. This is wise. We're done. No more fighting. Only winning now. Machiavelli, 2 more turns. I think it's okay. I think we'll survive for 2 more turns against Machiavelli. These 5 culture specialists are absolutely insane. We're going to grab some. We still have some resources to get to. Toledo's one of those ones where the more it grows, you're like, oh, do I want a specialist? Do I want to, work some of these amazing tiles? So we're going to have to play it by ear a little bit. Chang'an, though, struggles with production. You're building an ironworks to help a little bit with that. If I was gonna, I think maybe what we do is we build a port. Let's buy the port here in Chang'an. Wow, okay. That's unlocked something for some reason. I'm not sure why, but we unlocked the Eiffel Tower now. That's great. We can go into our normal civics. I don't think we'll go for the cultural victory. However, we probably could, and that's where the explorer is really, really helpful. You know what? Let's unlock this first anyway. Why not? All right, peace with Machiavelli is a good deal. We'll take it. We fought hard for 10 turns. It didn't go anywhere, but that's okay. I took a diplomatic attribute point that allows me to befriend city-states on the cheap. So I'm actually going to come into Ani, the science city-state, and start befriending. I'd like a little bit of a science boost from the suzerain policies. Our first trade route with Rouen is going in. We're doing this mostly for the empire resources, not really for the city ones. We have more... Oh, that's a lie. We're going here. We have exactly enough slots for all of our resources, but collecting factory ones and empire ones is going to be nice. We've unlocked the museum, and the museum has artifact slots. You can use explorers to start finding these artifacts. Now, and we've unlocked rail stations, so we'll talk about those as well. Now, the artifacts spawn on the map in a finite amount, as far as I can tell. And if you go to the cultural legacy path, you need to find 15 of them to win. So I think we want to start collecting them, because even if we don't get to 15, right, it stops the AI from getting to 15, which might be good for us. Explorers can research artifacts buried since the exploration age. Okay, so not all the artifacts are available, but we can at least start. We'll go modernization next. We just want to get to political theory so we can unlock a belief. These rail stations are absolutely critical. I also want to get into factories. So we're going to do that. We'll come through combustion down to factories here. So these rail stations base yield 8 gold, which is great. Production awards training units, which is awesome. What the railroads do really, really well is they allow you to teleport units around the map, and you need them to build factories. And so you can only build a factory in a place that's connected to the capital, I believe, with a railroad. So we're going to want to start buying some railroads in these cities to make sure they're done and dusted. The rail station is 8 gold and 3 science. Another thing to keep in mind is that it takes up a whole tile. And so if you overbuild it on stuff, it'll overbuild it over everything. You can't put anything else on the rail station tile. I think we'll check this rail station out here for now. So there we go. We have our rail station. Let's connect a town to it. Let's go to Chalkis and get a rail station as well. Maybe we'll connect it right here. Now let's see if we can move some units around between Chalkis and Atheni. I think Confucius is going to come and settle right here, and I think that would be very, very funny. If we get another settlement limit, I think we'll take it right in this area. Yeah, he is going to come and settle here. Good lad. I mean, we took all of his good land, so, I mean, that's what I would do. So we said Lindsay was going to become a city. Let's not delay that any longer than we have to. Lindsay is going to become a city. Barcelona is already a town that can provide. Hopefully they're connected. Ying Tiang, we can't choose anything yet, so this is good. For this next celebration, I'll go science for 10 turns just to help us get through the tree faster. Happiness on mountains, I think, is quite good for what we're doing. So we'll take that. We have quite a few mountains in the empire. Gonna add in production towards overbuilding. We don't specifically need traditions at the moment, but we are doing a lot of overbuilding, so that should be helpful. I bought my whole kind of unique building set in Lindsay here, so that's perfect. It's just gonna give so much happiness. Oh my goodness. 45 happiness. That's just incredible. Let's head back in and use reform again. I'd love another policy card slot. We can also come in. I would like to repair my relationship a little bit. If we can reconcile, that would be nice. Where is this settler going? Is he going to settle here? I mean, we are going to unlock more settlement limits, so I am going to want to settle more cities. Something tells me unlocking free speech is going to be very good for us. 100% food and happiness towards maintaining specialists just seems really good. We can build the Eiffel Tower, 2 culture and happiness on quarters in this city, base yield 5. I think we got to build the Eiffel Tower. We can certainly build it over this farm. Sorry, farm. That's 8 culture happening here. We will add a fishing boat to make up for your joblessness and the extra food we're going to want. Our avenues are so incredible. Like, this is I love the unique quarter system, but 2 happiness on quarters in the city for having an avenue is just insanely good. That is the ability of the Colosseum. Like, every city we have an avenue is the same ability as the Colosseum. It's nuts. Only 7 more turns left. I am going to add some influence to support this. I want that science bonus as soon as possible. Then what are we doing in the tech tree? Mass production into factories will be our quickest way to victory. It depends if we want to do the economic victory condition. I think we might as well unlock factories and at least get them going. Even if we don't want the victory condition, which I'll talk about when we get there. The factory resources give us a lot and you can stack them. And they're percentage stacks, right? So if we go get a bunch of tea and stack it in one city with a factory, you'll get 3% science, which is very, very good. I think in most places we can get a rail station, we're going to want one. I'll just put them out here. Did we try to see if we can move units between the rail stations yet? Oh, we can sure try. So it says no suitable locations available, and I wonder if it's because Olympia doesn't have a rail station, and this connects through Olympia. So it might not connect directly. See, we're all learning here. So let's buy a rail station in Olympia. We'll go here, buy that rail station. Now if I go here... Yep, I can connect to Olympia or to Athens. So you need to kind of follow the roads, and it'll connect through the road system. So that makes sense. Visually, it makes no sense. As a game mechanic, it makes perfect sense, because now I can transport, like a commander or this unit, all the way up here through the rail system, which is super fun. We have a lot of ports going in, and ports give us extra resource slots. So it's about time to get another merchant going. We can buy this merchant, which should be totally fine. Let's buy that merchant there for 175 is such a good deal. We're also going to want our Jacobins pretty quickly. I want to see what our unique great people are going to do for us. Yeah, tons of food, tons of happiness. No reason not to go for specialists here. Let's grab, 5 and 2. Sounds really good to me. When you hit political theory, you are able to choose a specialization or like a social focus, I suppose. We got democracy here. Which gives you a cultural attribute point and a diplo attribute point, and all of the cards that it says fireside chats and suffrage. This seems like the best one for us to go down. Fascism will be economic and militaristic. -3 food in towns, +3 from specialists. That's probably worth it. Assembly line might be worth it. I'd love production from specialists. Food from specialists, -3 happiness in towns. That's probably better for us. Oh my god, what are the options in democracy? Happiness from specialists, gold in towns. Yeah, that's better. I don't want minus production in towns, but 4 happiness from specialists. Yeah, we go democracy here. Plus 25% gold and happiness towards maintaining buildings. Oh, no. Okay, hold up. We can get rid of a lot of this stuff here because we're not fighting anymore. Yeah, Xenia can go out. We're not befriending any more city-states. And then free speech. The food and happiness boost is going to be incredible. At freedom, about 100 happiness. But our cities are just going to grow so much more now that we have that. Oh, someone's building wonders. Hermitage. All right. As long as it's not the Eiffel Tower. We're take cornered on the Eiffel Tower. That's the one we want. If we don't get any other wonders, we'll be okay. God, the specialist options are insane. Yeah, we'll double them up. That sounds good. We are acquiring social policy slots. we at some point, we're just going to have every card in there. I've heard from some of the other content creators that Doggo Onsen is bugged in this patch, and it actually gives every settlement a population when you enter a celebration instead of just the one, which is really, really funny. Let's go for our unique great people and see what they do. I'm just going to go through our towns here and buy a bunch of buildings in them. I just really want to make sure... we can get rid of this here. I just really want to make sure all of our towns... Oh my god, have what they... I guess when we buy buildings, we're getting the culture. That's what that is. You can see here in Barcelona, it's giving food to a ton of different cities here. So I want to make sure all of our towns have what they need. Again, trying to focus on buying in towns, producing in cities where possible. Have 5 radio stations within 20 turns. I don't even know if that's possible in elective democracy, but we'll try. We got a bunch of points options here. 2 Diplo points. We definitely have to go towards happiness, I think. Those celebrations are really powerful for us right now. +1 culture from specialists is going to... That's going to scale really well because we want the 5% culture repeatable if we can. We have finally got our suzerain bonus. So scholarly network, not helpful, but 5% is 5%. Free tech, we're not going to become the Suz of anyone else. Projects in cities with a science building will be really, really good if we go for the science victory. The Institute, 5 science, 2 science on adjacent wet or vegetated terrain. Cannot be built adjacent to another institute. I mean, let's do this because science buildings are harder to come by. Speaking of which, though, after factories, we're going to go into the science building tree, and we are actually going to go for 20% science here. Oh my god, even more policy slots. Yeah, culture from... Oh, happiness from specialists, gold in towns is absolutely what we're doing. 700 happiness is insane. Another settlement limit from nationalism would be great just to get us back up to par there. And then we're just going to keep trading with cities. Oh my goodness. Little Axe will give us some silver, which is really nice. Yeah, we're just going to keep buying merchants, trading with cities, making sure that we're maxing out our trade route slots. Oh, we got 4 free units for going into democracy. I'm just going to sleep them. I don't think we're fighting any wars. If we do fight any wars, we're going to have planes before anyone else can even like walk and talk. So we'll be fine. Is that the Eiffel Tower done? Oh, please be the Eiffel Tower. Yes! Oh, this is so pretty. God, the art team did such a good job. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So we've unlocked canneries, which are awesome. 10% growth rate. All right, Gwendolyn. We've unlocked factories as well. So let's talk about factories. Factories need to be built in cities with a rail station. They need to be connected to the capital, I believe. So let's take a look at that. Must be built in a settlement connected to the capital by railroad. So you might be asking the question, how do we connect these cities over here to the capital by a railroad? I think the way you do it is ports. So I think if we have a port in Chang'an, which we do, is that true? We do have a port in Chang'an. Yep. If I build a port in Las Palmas, let's see if we can connect this. I just want to try this. And by the port in Las Palmas there, that's going to give me more resource slots. So this connects via port. And then this will connect to Cordoba. Do we have a port in Cordoba? Let's get a port going in Cordoba. Perfect. Let's actually buy that port so we can get it there. Perfect. And then that will connect to Athens. So that should be fine. It hasn't quite worked yet. I do wonder if I also need the rail station. We're going to figure this out, though. We are going to figure this out. We're definitely going to go to electricity next because I want the laboratory, which is great. We are going to want factories. Now, you're not connected by... Yeah, we're going to need a factory or a rail station here so we can connect you to the capital here. We'll just build over this farm. I feel a little bad, but I can get a fishing boat to compensate. That should be fine. So now I can show off how a factory works. I'm going to buy a factory here in Aksum. It's connected via railroad to the capital, which is awesome. So we are going to do that. The factory is also a full tile building, I believe. That's a lie, it is not. So we can build it over here, and that should be okay. So let's purchase that. This is getting a little convoluted, but we got there in the end. So it's a factory and an observatory. That's fine. Now that you have a factory, it increases your resources by 1. So we can just put a factory resource in there, right? So let's pick one that we like. Plus 5% settlement growth rate. So we can put that one in. That one seems okay. Even better, plus 5% production towards constructing buildings and wonders. It's something we're doing a lot there anyway. So that adds the 1 there. That's going to generate 1 point per turn for the Railroad Tycoon victory condition, if that's what we would like to do. If, though, we add multiples, so we take out this wine and we take out this truffles, and we add in more copies of the coffee, we will get this effect again, but we will also start getting the factory points for these. So now we'll get 3 factory points per turn instead of 1 towards the victory condition. So once you've decided what you want in your factories, you can start stacking them. Now, this is going to be important in a place like the capital here, because we're getting 6 culture, like, what is it, 6, 12, 18, 24. It's like 30-ish culture that we're getting from the silk. So if we take that away and add 3% science, like, you just have to figure out how you want to do it. What'd be cooler is if we can find a way to get more resources in Athens, maybe trade for some camels, and then add 3% culture to the silk would be a really good way to do it. I'm going to get the rail station here just to see if we're connected, just to see if the connection worked at all. So in Chang'an, can we build a factory now? We can't. I am determined to figure out how on earth I can get Chang'an with a factory connected to the capital. We're going to figure it out. Do I want to ally with Catherine the Great? I really don't want to get sucked into a war, so maybe not. Globalism is another settlement limit, so we got to start thinking about where we want this next settlement to go. Genuinely, anywhere there's camels might be the best option, but it doesn't look like that's going to be an option. In any case, I'm going to start improving trade relations everywhere I can. I want to make sure I have as many, resource options as possible when I go in to make some more trades. I want to see if I can get some camels. A 13 culture museum is a little too tempting to turn down. We also are going to start getting some artifacts going as well. One artifact minus 275 culture is definitely worth it. Artifacts are hard to come by on the map, so or at least they're contestable. You can see Amina's already got explorers going out, so we want to make sure we're contesting them when we can. Activate on the palace to grant all units +3 combat strength in districts. I mean, that's okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. The Valley of Flowers. What on earth is this? And it's not even settled. What are my settle options in here? Oh, I can squeeze a little town in here. I mean, is this even a good town? Nobody knows, but we have the settlement limit and it's beautiful. Do I want to settle on the Valley of Flowers? It's very pretty. I don't know how practical it is, though. We're trying to get more resources. It's kind of the thing we're trying to do here. Well, let's get another merchant going here. Let's get another merchant going over here as well, and we'll just see what our good merchant options are. I do want another settler, but it's not necessary for winning specifically. And yeah, we can spend our money here on like a 16 food grocer to really elevate some of our towns. So it just seems worth it to do that. Not a lot of great trade routes available over here. Just oil, pearls, nothing incredible. It seems like Amina is going to be the way to go. Let's bring the merchant over here and see what this city has on offer. I think this is looking like a little bit more joy. I am pretty convinced, though, that the right thing to do is settle this. I'll buy the settler. Settle the Valley of Flowers. It's just very pretty. Why not? Sometimes you got to go for what's good. Sometimes you got to go for what's pretty. This specialist rocks. We're going to do that. 700 culture per turn is crazy sauce. And yeah, it's just going to be more because we have so much extra happiness for these specialists. A 9 science schoolhouse as well. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely crazy. The next thing I want to do is get an archaeologist going. Yeah, I'll repair the mine, please. How much is that going to... An explorer is going to cost 640. Let's at least get some relics going. Let's improve trade relations here just to get some of those good city options because there are a lot of them. Yeah, here we go. This is looking a lot better. It just does not have specifically what we're looking for. The horses are great. I'll take this. Horses are great. They're happiness in the modern age, and we need happiness. Hegemony is where we need to go to unlock the next set of artifacts. And I really like, I don't like the artifact quest, but I really do like the final capstone culture victory. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go to the different continents and research where the dig sites are. And then we need to use our homie on some of the dig sites to get them. Since there are already some dig sites available, I'm not exactly sure why, we're going to go in and get some digging going. I'll even buy another explorer over here to double start on 2 different spots so we can get 2 artifacts in. I'm going to slot in demagogy here. Happiness on the palace equal to your cultural attribute. I don't know, why not? If we're going to go for the culture victory, and that's kind of our vibe, we'll go for the museum here. Over the pavilion is totally fine. We just want to make sure we have those slots available. I also wouldn't mind buying a port just to slot in 2 more of those resources into our factory. Should have checked to see how many we have. We only have 1 more coffee, but that's okay. You can see, though, we are ticking up the economic victory by having that factory. We got a few more factories going in. I haven't prioritized them, though, just yet because it seems like we're swinging towards the cultural victory here. We've got another settlement limit as well, and I think the Valley of Flowers is a really fun settle, so we are going to settle right here and get to lose. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So much going on here. Yeah, I think we just get... Oh, this specialist here rocks. Yeah, we're doing that. What I do want to do, though, in Chalkis is I'm going to buy another settler. And then we're going to move down into this general area, I think. 10 culture on 1 tile is so... Oh, my God. I can get both of the Valley of the Flower tiles. Oh, my goodness. What a joy. We can also get a factory going in a town. Remember, it's connected by a railroad to the capital, so even your towns can get them. We did this in Sparta. Let's get Sparta connected. One second. Let's get Sparta connected because we chose Sparta as a factory town, remember. So let's get you connected. Then 100% towards buying a factory. How much is that going to cost? Only 812 for a factory in Sparta. That's super cool. A pair of ancient golden horns are stolen under the cover of night. Create reproductions for sure. We're thieving it. We are misleading. We can get a free artifact or 3 science on museums. 3 science on museums might be a little bit better for us overall. I don't think we're going to have trouble getting the artifacts, but I also don't think we're gonna have trouble getting science at this point, and we're ahead in science anyway, so we'll take the artifact just to make sure we have more ways to get to 15 artifacts, because the ones on the map are relatively finite, and you can see we're kind of competing for them already, so we got to get a dig site going here. Yeah, dig up an artifact. Great work. Let's do that. Good stuff. We take a look at our great work screen, though. You got to manually put them in. So any artifacts you have will go into the archive, and you just got to put them in the locations where they are available to go. They're each giving us +4 culture at the moment. It is time for that factory in the capital. Let's merge it over top of the bazaar, maybe? Oh, here's fine. We'll finish up the quarter here. We're going to continue trading, collecting as many resources as we can. The horses here are happiness. The whales are production, which is great. Not a ton of places to put them, but Lindsay could probably use both, so that's awesome. We can get our reform going again for more policy cards. Not like we need them, but you never know. Let's buy an 812 gold factory here in this. Yeah, we can build it over the temple in Sparta. So it was cheaper because of that ability. What is the other town ability? +1 resource slot. Must have an improved factory resource. So let's go to Sparta and see what we can do here. What would be helpful in a town? I've never built a factory in a town. You've got 11 science, so the 3% science might not be nice. But let's see what we can do in a town here. Yeah, let's take everything out of Sparta town. Let's get it back to default numbers and see what we can do. I imagine the best thing we can do in a town is actually settlement growth rate. So I think what we'll do is just add a bunch of settlement growth rate to Sparta and see how that impacts it. Patalapura also has... So I'm going to get rid of this production and these elephants because we have a factory now. Patalapur also has, like a reasonable amount of science. So let's get +3% science here, which is a good start. And then in Pataliputra, what we'll do is I will buy this laboratory and the schoolhouse. I'll just buy them, and then we'll be maximizing that effect. Yeah, this is perfect. They don't need to go together, but I just want to maximize that effect. So now it's 34 science. I don't need to buy the schoolhouse. Come on now. There we go. So 42 science +3% +3% +3% will be good for us. We're at 437, which is feeling nice. We definitely want to go for the Palacio de Bellas Artes. 2 happiness on great works. We're going to get a bunch of those. 10% happiness in this city has 3 artifact slots. So let's go for that. Let's unlock that bad boy. 5% total culture repeatable. Let's get in. We got this from a, just one of those like narrative events. But we'll see how much culture that gives us when the turn rolls over. If we're going to have a factory here, we definitely want a port to increase the resources. Everything about this town is the highlight of my life. I do want to acquire this silver at some point, though. We're going to settle here to have even more resources to acquire. So Nantes is going to go down, which is awesome. Hey, we've got a flintlock pistol. Did we really get one? Is that how it works? Yeah, we got a flintlock pistol. It's in Athena. Hell yeah, brother. We got one here as well. Good stuff. Now you can go here. You can go here, and we go again. So now we have 4. Oh my goodness. 4 of 15, right? Yep, 4 of 15. Good work, team. We've unlocked the Palacio. We've also unlocked 3 science on displayed great works, which is going to be good for us. Let's go. Yeah, Conquista can come out for now. 3 science on displayed great works can go in. And I think that'll be good. We've unlocked Hegemony as well, which means we can research artifacts buried since the Antiquity Age. So I think what we want to do is... Oh my god, let's go capitalism. Let's actually get some dudes over here to start searching. Let's get some explorers over here, because I want to see what we can do with the artifacts on this continent. There's some kind of continent split thing happening with these, and I want to try and figure it out. Yeah, you dig for an artifact. You absolutely dig for an artifact. Oh, we got tons of artifact options here. Yeah, you go dig. Good, good, good. I'm wondering why they're being shown to me before I did any research. Maybe the AI did the research and now they're known to everybody. Let's actually go here and research it and see what happens. This continent's Antiquity Age ruins can be researched by an explorer at a museum. Okay, so I'm collecting right now the default ones. If I go onto a museum, I can search more, and then this will become a dig site. Whatever. I don't know what's going on. This may or may not be a little convoluted, but we're going to win. Because even if we're confused, the AI is also always confused. I think I'm starting to really feel that vibe that people have been saying, that the best cities are the ones with high production, because this city just can't build anything quickly. And I'm trying my best not to use golden cities unless it's like a distinct part of the strategy, so... Yeah, there's only 1 turn left to get these 5 radio stations. I have like a reasonable amount of science, and even getting 2 radio stations is pretty hard. I'm not sure that's even achievable. I think we just go museums everywhere now. I think museums to hold the artifacts is kind of the clutch, kind of obvious play here. And then we do some more research on them with the explorers once we run out of dig sites. And then we'll see what happens. Does not remove warehouse bonuses on a tile. Does that mean if I get the Institute, I can put it on top of this woodcutter and it does not remove the production? Oh my god. We kind of buried the lead with these, eh? Because we can just get like an infinite amount of science on all of our improvements. Wow. Yeah, we definitely kind of buried the lead with these. I'm just going to buy them everywhere. This is better than anything else we could do. Bruh. We're at 528 science now. Oh my god. Why didn't we build the institutes earlier? This is what I get for not streaming. This is what I get for filming offline, is chat can't yell at me to do the smart thing. Oxford University is really, really good. 2 free techs, wildcard point. And then we go Palacio, though. Let's stick to our victory condition. We go Palacio. We'll just build it over here. Why not? I think, though, that this is a great place to end off this video, and we will win the game or lose, but we'll try and win the game in the next episode. I hope you're enjoying this kind of VB plays longer Civ 7 Let's Play format here. We are absolutely trouncing the AI, although Catherine the Great is doing really, really well. The other 3 civs are not doing so great. Big War was very, very helpful in getting set up in this age. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. When we come back for the next part, I'll try and figure out more about this culture victory and see if I can try and understand it a little bit better. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we're going to see you in the next one.